Hey guys, it's John at Leopard Exotics here. I had a past customer showing me a couple of her snakes, and she was telling me the morph combos and stuff like that she thought was in there, or that the breeder told her was in there. And one of them was a Leopard Enchi Yellowbelly. So I wanted to show you guys an easier way to tell the difference between a Leopard Enchi and a Leopard Enchi Yellowbelly, because I know the differences are kind of subtle, and they do have some variation within the expression of the Yellowbelly and the Enchi. Leopard's pretty obvious typically, and so is Enchi. But when you're going into the Leopard Enchi versus Leopard Enchi Yellowbelly, that can get a little trickier, even for people that have a good amount of experience. So let me go ahead and try to help you do that. So this one on this that I'm focusing on right now is a Leopard Enchi. So if you look at the pattern, we'll focus on that neck pattern. That's a really distinct feature. That connected stripe right there, that's a good way to start. Just generally speaking, it's a lot brighter than a typical leopard, so that's another good way to look. And if you look at the belly, you have some lightening to the belly, but it's not yellow. It's a pretty white belly. Not particularly translucent. Those blacks and grays are pretty solid there. But yeah, that's the Leopard Enchi right there. This is a really nice one. So some might be a little darker than this, some might be a little bit more orangey, but you know, there's going to be natural variation in that. Okay, so let's move over to the Leopard Enchi Yellowbelly. So this one, still connected, almost connected head stripe. It could be connected or disconnected, doesn't really affect anything. That head stamp is a little bit brighter and a little bit more of a line down the back. That's that Yellowbelly working a little bit more. Whereas you can see in this one, it's, come here you. It's not as prevalent. It's not as prevalent of a stripe down the back of the neck. You can see it's a little bit brighter on this one. Then when you look at the sides, more orange. It is a little brighter than the other guy. Let's look at the belly on this. Let's see if I could do this one-handed. Give me 1 second here. I'll put this guy on my other hand so you can have one hand just for this snake. Okay, so nobody falls. Okay, so when we're looking at the belly, you can really see that there is a lot of translucent scales. Kind of like the grays are a little more translucent, you can see. And they come in more toward the belly. It's almost like I don't know how to describe that really. There's more pattern in the inside, and it also is kind of more not as solid of a gray or a black. Okay, and then if you look at the sides, definitely more yellowy orange coming through here. More flames coming up the sides. What else can we talk about? And then let's look at the rest of your belly. But yeah, that's the main thing, is that there is more transparent pattern coming through, translucent patterning coming into the belly, and it is a little more yellowy. The whole belly across the scales, this is all kind of yellowed, tinted yellow, whereas on the other guy, it's more of a solid white. So that's pretty much how you tell the difference between a Yellowbelly and a not Yellowbelly, is that patterning on the belly that's kind of not a solid white, and more yellowy. And then obviously if you pair it to something with the Yellowbelly complex and you get ivories or super stripes or highways, anything like that, then you know for sure it carries that Yellowbelly in there. But that's the big ways to tell the difference. Yellowbelly does tend to add a little more gold to the back, but that's also natural variation. There's some really dark Yellowbellies and other Yellowbelly complex patterns that don't really add that gold as much, so they could look more like an Enchi. But yeah, that's the big stuff. So hopefully that was helpful, and it does apply to some other combinations as well. But, you know, you just got to see a lot of animals in order to really be able to tell these differentiations, and even experts sometimes make mistakes. So just keep learning and keep observing what you find to be helpful and accurate. And check out OlympianExotics.com for all the ball pythons I have listed up there. I'm going to actually put some updated listings of these two guys up there. They both just ate frozen thawed medium adult mice. So they are happy to eat whatever you want to give them. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day.